some stalkers up here, more stalkers warping in, given that ShiEld does have quite a sizable income here, and he does actually have Blink on the way as well. Chrono boost going up everywhere, and he's actually chrono boosting Blink in, so the stalkers will have Blink shortly, which means the Muta Harass won't be as effective. Obviously, if Eugene keeps powering up on this Muta build, he's going to have a lot of Mutas, which is going to be hard to counter. Nice little Muta micro here by Eugene. He's doing some excellent stacking with the Mutalisks there, doing some huge damage against this gateway. You would expect this to go down in just a second. He doesn't. Alright, makes a fool out of me. He's going to keep that there, although it probably is going to go down now. Zergling's running in to try and take out the cannons and take the cannon damage, but they don't actually get through, given that there are a lot of stalkers here, and even more stalkers warping in as well. And we have a whole heap of stalkers and mutas on the map. Just another little groovy thing about this particular map here. We've got a force field in the middle. Early game, you could suppose that this would actually this could be used tactically in a little ring around the rosy game, but other than that, I really don't see the point of it. It's probably just there to look pretty. So we've got these mutas flying in here, just harassing in the mineral line again. ShiEld does have his blink though, so he's going to pick off some of the stalkers that were here, but these mutas are absolutely tearing apart these probes. The probes have no idea where to go. He's just going to run them around crazily. Stalkers blinking across, cannons warping in as well to try and fend off the mutas, and the mutas get pushed out of the base here. So let's have a look at what Eugene's doing. He's grabbing an infestation pit on the way. Sorry, they get the old dyslexia out of the way. And he's going, I would assume, to be taking up to Hive pretty quickly if he can. Might be doing some sort of Ling Muta Infester, perhaps, although that is quite heavy on gas, but obviously he's very far ahead on the income in that respect. Lots of Zealots warping in for ShiEld. They're obviously going to do nothing against the Mutalisks that are flying around on the map, controlling the map. There is a whole heap of Mutalisks here. He actually has a total of 22 Mutalisks flying around here in this group. Some of them are going to get picked off here by the Stalkers with their blink, but they do get forced out. The Mutalisks are doing a great job here controlling the map. This is very much like old school sort of Brood War style, where you'd have the Mutas flying around the map, a lot like in a Zerg versus Terran as well, where you'd have the Mutalisks flying around the map, just controlling the airspace and actually keeping your opponent inside his base until they reach this particular point here, which ShiEld has with just this critical mass of units. He's going to try and push across the map, keep the Mutalisks honest, and keep them in their own base this time. So he's going to flip the tables, and he's going to be pushing out, placing a proxy pylon here so we can warp in some more reinforcing units. Some of these Stalkers getting a bit ahead here, given that they do run a lot faster than most other units. And he's going to start pushing in here. These Mutalisks are going to try and control where the Stalkers are, trying to keep them back in the actual groupings. Zergling's just absolutely giving a punch in the face to all of these Zealots here, and the Zerglings are just getting pulled apart there, and Stalkers are getting destroyed as well. Just obviously the numbers here favouring the Mutalisks, given that their attack does bounce as opposed to the Stalkers, which only have the advantage of the higher damage. Great control here by both of the players, doing a great job moving the Stalkers away, and then also using the Mutalisks to attack while they are moving. Meanwhile, back in the base, in the natural of Eugene, the Zealots do just take the hatchery down there at the expansion. The Mutalisks have to come back and obviously fend them off. And we do have a lot of drones here at the main, and let's see if these Zealots can do anything about it. No, they can't, because obviously this huge group of Mutalisks is just going to pick them off. Now, it looks as if ShiEld was using that a bit for just a distraction while he gets some more eco going, and it looks as if he's going to be teching to Templar as well, just so he can use the Storms to take care of the stacks of mutas, because if, as a lot of you guys would know, if you're going to stack up your mutas, you're going to be very susceptible to Storm, as the Storm can just absolutely tear through the Zerg units in that respect. He's going to be grabbing this corner expo here down at the far right corner. Some of you guys probably noticed down here as well, I sort of did gloss over it because I haven't really seen it being featured in this matchup just yet. It actually looks really cool. There's an expansion here that is actually underwater, just sort of a minor amount is underwater. You can obviously build your command center Nexus hatchery here, and it's partly underwater. It's pretty cool. And also another interesting feature is this map actually has the day-night cycle turned on. Not all of the maps currently in the ladder actually have that active at the moment, and obviously you do see some lightning flashes here as well, which is pretty cool. Oh, we've got this pylon going down here, powering 5 of the gateways. That is a really bad move there by ShiEld, just to have the one pylon powering the gateways. And as we can see, there is no way that ShiEld can actually reinforce that well, given that he has to rebuild the pylon here, and he would really want it to be rebuilding pretty quickly. I'm not sure what he's doing just at the moment. He's transferring some probes because he does have now the corner expo, but you know, you might want to build the pylon there, ShiEld. He's probably concentrating more on this attack force at the front. He's trying to guard his probes while the probes transfer down to the expansion down here in the corner. Little does he know, though, that there we go. He's finally got the pylons up. He's going to put down 4 just for good measure, just to make sure he doesn't screw that up next time. Muta's still flying around, doing a great job of the map control and the map presence here. Just making sure that their presence is felt by the Protoss forces. Just obviously flying around here, picking off random units. Warping units do take, I think it's double the damage, so it is good to try and get some hits on those sorts of units when you can. Muta's flying in here. There are a lot of cannons going up, but there is no way the cannons are going to get up in time to defend these probes. The Mutalisks are just going to kill a couple of these cannons, you would assume. One of them goes down, the second one does go down, but the probes have moved across to try and run away from this huge flock of mutas that's roaming around the map, causing all sorts of havoc and just trolling all over the place. And we are still just a bit of trouble here for ShiEld. He just seems to be a little bit of in a macro position where he's in a little bit of trouble, but you would expect that the advantage of the Protoss weaponry is actually going to come into effect here. He's actually using Archons to take out these mutas, just absolutely tearing through all of the mutas here, and we are probably going to see a pretty big battle here in the middle. No, Eugene decides that he does not want to commit to this. He does have an Infestor out. Infestor's actually going to wobble around and just get smashed apart there by the Stalkers. Puts a fungal growth down, but little effect that's going to have on the Zealots just at the moment. Archons moving in the front here. Archons are just going to rip through all of these Zerglings. There they go. They are tearing them all apart. They do get destroyed, though, and the Stalkers are going to be the ones that are going to have to fend off these Mutalisks now. Infest. Whoa, my mobile phone got an SMS right in the middle of the battle, but I'm going to leave that alone. The Stalkers get torn apart by the Mutalisks here, and we have some counter-attacks here at the expansion by ShiEld. He's going to run up some Zealots here that were warped in at this proxy pylon, and he's going to take out one of the hatcheries there at the expansion, you would assume, and he's going to be just all over the place with these Zealots. They don't have charge just at the moment, but they're doing a great job getting all over the map and making sure that they are doing their worth of attacking all over the place. It looks like he's going to try and take out this spawning pool as well. Meanwhile, Eugene's moving across the map. He's going to use the Zerglings and the mutas to come across and attack this expansion, but there are a lot of cannons here. Cannons aren't going to fend it off, but they are going to do a decent amount of attacking here on all of these units. The probes get the hell out of there because they are going to get smashed apart in a second. Some reinforcements coming in here with some Stalkers, an Archon, and a couple of Zealots, I believe. And these units are going to try and boogie on out of here because they're going to get trapped by the Stalkers, but it looks as if the Archon's going to go to town on the mutas, but seems as if there's still enough mutas on the map just to take apart any sort of defending forces by ShiEld. He's still in a bit of trouble here. He does have +2 attack, +1 armor, so he's been doing a great job in that regard. There's still these Zealots here in the base of Eugene, and he is probably going to lose the hive here, which is just probably going to be the end of it. And yeah, there we go. He's not happy with that, and it looks as if we're going to get a GG in a second from Eugene. A great matchup on this this sort of Python copy map. Make sure you check out some of the other replays that I've just put up. There have been some great games here lately, and just another great one here from some high-level players here from Korea. Make sure you comment and subscribe. Send through any replays if you do have any. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Cheers.